What's up guys, it's Salvajee from Salvajee Cartel. I'm bringing you guys another console Symmetra Vod review. Of course, I'm doing this video for all of those people that want to learn and want to take their Symmetra game to the next level. I believe this was a high platinum game, very close to diamond. And of course, remember, if you guys enjoyed the video, check out the Overwatch guides playlist in the description. Also, I will have an attack Symmetra guide and attack Symmetra teleporter guides in the future. So, you know, if you're watching this video in the future, make sure to check out the Overwatch guides playlist for all those types of videos. Alright, but with that said, let's get right into it. Let's break down the gameplay. Let's take a look at my mistakes, what I did right, and basically I want to be giving you guys a breakdown of what I'm doing. I want to get my teleporter as fast as possible, right? That's my #1 job for Symmetra at the moment. I know I have some good DPS. I got this Tracer player, I have Orisa, I have Bianca on Orisa, and on top of that I have Medero on Soldier. And if you guys don't know, Medero basically main Soldier. Alright, so right here is where my biggest mistake happens. I should have actually dropped down with this Tracer so that I can actually shoot their back line, but I completely forget about their back line, and that's right, I get completely fucking destroyed. Now, would I have gone with the Tracer would have lived. I would have been able to give her a photon shield for her to survive and take out the Zenyatta, and I would have been able to take out the Hanzo, which is of course a big threat. But like I said, I have crazy good DPS. Medero is able to get like 2 picks. The Tracer comes back. She's able to get the Zarya. Medero also picks off the Reinhardt. So yeah, basically I'm getting carried at this point, which is something that you don't want. Well, you basically just want to avoid getting carried with attack Symmetra. You want to help out your team as much as possible, but you know, you also want to be doing pretty well on the damage side of things. Right here, a thing that I could have done better is actually advance a little bit forward and place my turrets you know, right close to where the enemy was coming from. But the thing is, I didn't want to risk it, right? I didn't want to take the chance. I didn't want to die because I was close to my teleporter. And with Symmetra, guys, the closer you get to your teleporter, the safer that you're going to have to play, because the teleporter can be the difference between getting a point and not getting a point. Okay, with attack Symmetra, you have to make the best out of your environment, and you basically have to let the team come to you. Right here, I make the best of my environment, and I use my Orisa barrier to, of course, finish off that Reaper. Another thing that you guys have to do when it comes down to attack Symmetra, I was on voice comms here and I was telling my team, guys, when you get out of the teleporter, stay on the teleporter. Don't go trickling in one by one, because you're basically just going to be helping the team. Of course, my crazy good DPS Medero, aka the best soldier main I've ever met, gets these 3 very important picks, and yeah, this basically gives us the point. Symmetra's balls. Okay, let's talk about that real quick. I like to spam Symmetra's balls in a direction where I know the enemy team is going to be, or the enemy team is going to move at. I saw the Ana back there, and of course I just started spamming my balls in that general direction. I know that this right here, where I'm at right at the moment, is going to be a pretty good choke point for the enemy team to hold my team. So I want to be placing as many turrets in this spot as I can, and the reason for that is because if the enemy team does dare to pass this choke point, they're going to get hit by my turrets, which in turn is going to help me get my teleporter. Okay, so basically right here I see this Reinhardt, and of course I have the the damage boosting, I mean, by my Orisa, Bianca. So right here I just want to play very aggressively. Alright, I go after the Reinhardt. I know I can finish off the Zarya. You know, the Zarya actually killed herself, but yeah, I knew I could finish off the Zarya because basically I had the damage boosting, and on top of all that, the Zarya was over there by herself. Also, I just want to let you guys know, when Symmetra's beam is like fully charged, she melts Zaryas, okay? Right here I played my teleporter, but of course I got crazy good DPS. Medero, of course, getting them picks. The Tracer, of course, doing a very good job as well. Also, it also helps out that the enemy team had a Hanzo that wasn't really doing too well, so I guess the enemy team was also kind of tilted. Also, attack Symmetra adds a psychological factor into the game that, yeah, people, when they're getting hit by an attack Symmetra, they start tilting as well. Alright, I see this fucking Reinhardt. He's basically in my asshole. He's basically enjoying licking my hairy ass. So obviously there's only one thing to do, and that one thing to do is to fucking kill the Reinhardt. These fucking wolves, man, they almost killed my entire team. Holy shit, that was very close. Alright, so anyways, I get the Reinhardt, I get the Zarya. I know I can finish them off, so I might as well finish them off. On top of that, again, I want to be helping out my team as much as I can, and that is of course getting a couple of picks. I place a teleporter right here, okay? We got 6 charges. The reason why I place it right here is because there's a health pack right next to it. If we do get attacked, we can actually get the health pack and of course have the advantage. A lot of people say Winston counters Symmetra. That's very true, but if you're able to get some pretty good charge with Symmetra, basically Symmetra just destroys Winston. Okay, so like I said earlier, I want to go for the healers, and I pick off the Lucio. And let me give you guys another tip when you're playing attack Symmetra. If you have a Reinhardt, the best way to finish off the Reinhardt is to get some charge from his shield and then attack the Reinhardt from the back. Remember guys, with attack Symmetra, you want to be aggressive, but you don't want to be too aggressive, okay? The only reason why you should start attacking the Reinhardt from the back is because of course the Reinhardt is distracted on teammates that are also shooting at him. Okay, right here I get this BS shitty ass fucking arrow to the head, and then the Hanzo in the enemy team just decides to be good all of a sudden. So yeah, that fucking sucks. He gets like a 5-man. But of course my turrets are doing work, which is why you should always place turrets around your teleporter. People thought I still had a teleporter in that room, and I basically got like 10% ult charge from it. I see that the enemy team is having the bad habit of being in an arsehole, so I just start placing turrets very, very close to my spawn, because if they do decide to come into my spawn, they're gonna have to take out my turrets. Alright, right here I see that my teleporter is very, very close. I want to play safely as possible, and as you guys can see, this is one important thing about Symmetra. Symmetra without her turrets, she's basically useless, okay? The reason why I place all of those turrets there, it's not to just place them. It's not because I was going to place my teleporter. The reason why I place those turrets there is because if somebody jumps me, like a Winston for example, a Lucio, if somebody jumps me, they're going to have all of those turrets to deal with. If somebody jumps me, those turrets are going to help me take them out easier. Okay, and that is of course why I'm placing all of those turrets there. This teleporter right here was funny as hell. Obviously, as soon as I get my teleporter, I'm going to start placing turrets. I see that my teammates are dying, so there's basically no point of jumping in, guys. When you're playing attack Symmetra, you want the enemy team to come towards you, or you want to attack the enemy team when you're 100% sure that you're going to be able to get a kill. Okay, Symmetra jumping in to, attacking the enemy team for no reason, it's basically not a good idea. This fucking Hanzo arrow comes in out of nowhere. Of course, my teammates weren't expecting it, and 3 of them get wiped out, and bam, there goes my teleporter. But as you guys can see, when it comes down to my charge, look at that, 20% for the teleporter. See, that's the thing between a good attack Symmetra and a bad attack Symmetra, guys. And as you guys can see, of course, the turrets help me out again. Yet again. Guys, with Symmetra, attack Symmetra specifically, you want to get your teleporter as fast as possible. Alright, your #1 priority with Symmetra is of course to do damage whenever you are able to, and of course get your teleporter as fast as possible. Right here, I see that we're making a push, towards the end. I'm pretty confident in my team. I think we're going to be able to take the point on this first shot. But as you guys can see, even though I'm 99% to my teleporter, I'm not playing aggressively and I'm not rushing in. Because of course, one of the most important things with Symmetra, like I said, right, you want to get your teleporter. And the thing is that if you die with Symmetra when you're about to get the teleporter, again, it could be the difference between you getting the point and you not getting the point. Also, as you guys saw earlier, I was just placing turrets in the ground randomly. It's a very, very good idea to do that when there's basically a fight going on. Your team is fighting, and of course you're placing turrets behind the enemy, which of course is going to give you an opportunity to inflict some damage into them. They're gonna have to be worried on you, and they're gonna have to be worried on the turrets. Anyways, with that said, now that we covered the attack portion of the VOD review, let's take a look at the defense part, and yeah, then we'll finish off the video. If you guys saw my my Symmetra guide on the biggest mistakes Symmetra players make, it's not placing the turrets in the spawn of the enemy. Basically right here, I come to the conclusion that the enemy team probably knows for sure that I'm going to be placing my turrets in their spawn. So I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to be putting 3 to the side just in case they choose the side entrance, and I'm going to be putting 3 to the center. There's also the fact that there's a 4 stack in the enemy team and a 2 stack, and the 2 stack might not be on team chat. So right there, guys, I see that my turrets on the right side get destroyed, which I know for a fact there's going to be people coming from the right side, which I let my team know, guys, there's going to be people coming from the right side. Okay, and that's also why Symmetra's, what Symmetra's all about also on defense, guys. When your turrets break, you know that the enemy team is pushing in, which of course you can let your teammates know. Okay, right here I'm placing the turrets to my left, okay, and the reason for that is because I have 65% ult charge at this moment, and the #1 thing that I do not want to do is die, okay, which is why I actually here play very carefully. I see that Bianca's pocketing me. I have some pretty good charge. I get charge from the Reinhardt barrier, and then I go behind the Reinhardt and attack him. Remember guys, when you want to take out Reinhardts, get charge first from their shields, and then you want to, of course, use the beam. Okay, you want to protect your teleporter at all times, man, when it comes down to attack Symmetra, and which is why, you know, basically right here I place my teleporter, and I place, you know, 4 turrets together in one spot, but I place these other 2 turrets basically very separate from each other, because obviously, you know, I don't want the enemy team to just, you know, throw one helix rocket and destroy all turrets just because they're on one side. You know, when it comes down to a teleporter protection, you guys want to spread out your turrets. Don't worry, I will have a guide on that in the future. Just give me some time, guys. You know, with the summer games coming up, like, I'm recording this video on Monday, one day before the summer games, but yeah, with the summer games coming up, I'm gonna have to be, you know, no lifing Overwatch. I'm not gonna have a lot of time to, you know, make a lot of guides, because I gotta get those loot boxes. You guys know what I mean? Alright, right here I see that my teammates just get fucked. Honestly, I don't really care. You know, completely fine. We have a teleporter. I have no idea what the hell Bianca was thinking there, basically being in front of the enemy team's ass, whatever. That's why she got killed, but it doesn't matter. We have a teleporter. The Reaper's gonna be coming in, destroying all of my fucking turrets. I have 3 charges on my TP. I actually don't remember. Oh yeah, that's right, Medero. That's right, Medero over here does a clutch ult, and yeah, he's able to get the Reaper and I think 4 other people, and then of course we have the res for that Bianca pulled off. Anyways, guys, right there, I was basically communicating with my team. Guys, we got people in my teleporter location, and they need to be taken out. And of course, Medero, he's a great DPS player. He was able to take out the people with his ultimate. And yeah, guys, it was honestly basically this teleporter that, in a way, I mean, the DPS was great, but it was basically this teleporter that won us the match without having to go into the second point or the second point, which is why I always, you know, recommend Symmetra as a very, very good hero to learn. Whether in attack or in defense, Symmetra is a great hero, and she's honestly very underrated. As you guys can see, my turret placement works out great. I have 3 turrets. And if someone comes into my teleporter room, they're basically going to get fried. Right here, I want to target the healers. I see that I'm taking damage, and I want to go back. If you guys are taking a lot of damage with Symmetra, the #1 thing that you guys want to do is, you know, get cover, because she has 100 points of shields. I see that the Hanzo's there. I know the Hanzo's a big threat. So basically, I tell my teammates, guys, I'm going to take out the Hanzo, and basically all we have to worry about is the Reaper. And of course, we are able to get the Reaper. I'm 60% into my teleporter, so if something goes wrong here, you know, I'm probably going to be able to get the teleporter before the enemy team gets the first point. I'm going to set up turrets over here, because I know the teammate, you know, the guys in the enemy team are going to come through there. And I'm also going to set up turrets here, because this location right here is where I would place my next teleporter if I had to place one, because it's basically right next to the point. I get hit by the Hanzo arrow, and again, I want to stay safe. I want to stay alive for as long as possible. I need to be alive. If you guys die with Symmetra on defense, you know, and you don't have a teleporter up, you're basically, you know, making your team have to carry you. You want to play very defensively with Symmetra, but of course you also want to be kind of aggressive with her. Right here, I place my teleporter right here, because honestly, it doesn't matter. These guys fucking lost. I have great DPS, and I'm fucking beasting with Symmetra. So I get the Reinhardt again from behind his shield, and my controller's running out of battery, and my PS4 just let me know that. And as you guys can see, look at that, silver elims. Alright, I get silver elims with Symmetra on attack and defense. I actually had the silver elims. I think Medero was the one that got gold this game. But yeah, guys, this is a pretty good game that I had on Watchpoint Gibraltar in competitive with Symmetra. Sadly, I haven't had a lot of great games this competitive season, even though my win rate with Symmetra is, I believe, about 67%. But honestly, it's all good. I definitely think that competitive isn't the problem. It's just the people that are playing competitive, specifically on console, since, you know, there's not really a reporting system. But it's all good. You know, I'm having a ton of fun with quick play, and that's all that matters. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. 18 sentry turret kills out of 27 elims. Just goes to show that sentries help out a lot. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a like, subscribe. See you on the next one. Thanks for watching.